up, everybody? Welcome to Rich Chill and Play, and welcome to my Browns franchise. Um, if you don't know, the Cleveland Browns have never been to the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era. So our goal is to try to rebuild the Browns, not only to get them to the Super Bowl, but to actually win the Super Bowl. I think the Browns is one of the most rebuilt teams when people try to jump in and do rebuilds. They're probably the hardest just because of the cap situation, especially with Deshaun Watson on the team. You have Miles Garrett, and you have a few other contracts tied up, but they're one of the hardest rebuilds to do, and we're going to try to do it. A little bit about this franchise starting off is that to let you know, um, the rosters are updated to the current rosters now up right before the draft. So I got those rosters from I think sports gaming rosters on YouTube. Amazing channel, updated everything. Same way with the draft class, I updated that. So we're kind of starting off where the season ended off with. We have the number 2 pick going into the season. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl and beat the Chiefs. And now we got some decisions to make. And they brought me in, Coach Rich Chill, to officially turn this franchise around. Um, I have to do it. I do have coaches to be fired. So the goal is for me to also to set realistic goals to and not to get fired and get this team to where it needs to be. So with that being said, we're gonna start going through a few things that we know while we're in the off season. But right now we're up to the mock draft 4, and here's where we at. And Cam Ward is still projected to go number 1 to the Titans. They got Ashton Genty to us, and I don't think we're gonna go there. I think when we review the roster, we're gonna see that I need a QB for sure. Um, Based off this mock draft, Shador be there. If for some reason Shador is not there, which he will be, then I would possibly look at Travis Hunter. Now, here's the funny thing. Uh, there are some quarterbacks in this draft that if I feel like waiting to the second round, like if I want to get a Quinn, um, or if I want to get a Milroe, they're there. Even um, a Dart, he might still be there. So I think we might have to just go to for the best player available. Genty is a generational talent. He lit the college world up this season, but this is a very, very, very heavy running back draft class, and I think within Madden standards, I could still get a great running back without having to draft it at number 2. So that's something to look at. So now we kind of looked at the 4th mock draft. Let's see if we got anybody retiring this year. Aaron Rodgers retired for sure. And just a disclaimer too, some of the players that wasn't picked up in the offseason, players like Nick Chubb, which I wasn't bringing them back to the Browns anyway, they already been signed to other teams. I think the Broncos on the game, unless the Broncos let them go, but we'll see what's in free agency. But I kind of left it up to the CPU to pick up those remaining players, like also like Asante Samuel as well, just to be able to pick and let the teams choose where they go. So for the Browns, we got Cornelius Lucas that's retiring. He was a good backup right tackle, but he's retiring and leaving us. So we got a press conference we're gonna do. We're gonna look at that shortly. Another thing that I'm gonna do in this draft, which is interesting, is that as a coach, I'm gonna hire my offensive coordinators, and I'm gonna have to trust and believe in them, right? Which means I'm gonna run my offensive and defensive coaches schemes and their playbook that they come with. So it's gonna be up to me to make sure I bring the right personnel in the building. Because our theme that we're gonna have posted on every wall when in this Browns building is big dogs only. We want people that come out and they work hard. They fly around the football. They have the chemistry, and they just build a locker room. We're gonna have a mix between young players and older players, kind of like what Dan Quinn did over there with the Commanders. So right now, I have Josh Martin with the 4-3 scheme, and I have Will Hudson. So just to give you an idea, I'm gonna go ahead and fire those two for now within the staff week. And what we're gonna do now is, well, first let's go take a look, because I want to give you an idea of what I'm looking at when I'm trying to look for the coaches. So when I go to my team schemes, I kind of see what we're good at. West Coast zone run, 83% based off a personnel scheme fit. Let me see. Mainly zone run things we're good at. Spread if we want to scrambling quarterback, which we won't get. That is not really scrambling quarterback, so we shouldn't really be looking at spread. Uh, Unless, I mean, West Coast, but really West Coast zone run, we need a field general out there that we can do. Maybe we can run power run. We may have the personnel for to get it, depending on what running backs out there. So we can bring in an offensive coordinator that can run a power run scheme or a zone run scheme. And we can either go vertical or we can go West Coast. I'm probably preferring West Coast. Now, when it comes to the defense, we're strong in base 4-3, but we're also very strong and equipped for 3-4. So we're looking for a playbook, preferably that a coach can run 4-3 and 3-4. So now that we know that, let's go start taking a look and seeing what coaches is out there. So now when I look at the offensive side of the ball, we got a West Coast power run here. Jamie Rodriguez. Let me go scroll down here. Some of these guys got a lot of. We just let go of Will Hudson. He was a West Coast zone with the Cleveland running playbook. We have Self Henry. This guy has a lot of experience and talents. Quarterback guru. We're gonna need that. Power running. He's a power running guy, and outside running as well. Athletic back with the Chargers type of playbook for vertical power run. We're gonna definitely be looking at him. I love that he has 13 talents. We got Bob Bates here, vertical zone run. And the only reason why I may be looking at a coordinator with a lot of talents is because most of those points are going to my head coaching for now. Multiple zone run, we wouldn't run that. Another one I may look at is Jacksonville, Brent Perkins. Quick throws, supported receivers, secure the line, and quarterback guru, something that we may need. Definitely take a look at him. Todd Walters, vertical zone run, New York Giants playbook, athletic back, outside running, quick throws, offensive line guru. So now it's about to come down to preference, because the three that I'm bringing in the building to evaluate is Todd Walters with the New York Giants type of playbook, Brent Perkins with the West Coast zone, and then a Jacksonville playbook, and then Self Henry. So let me look at Self Henry's talent tree. Outside running, I love it. Halfback heavy, as we know. Boost run blocking, boost awareness, X factor equipped offensive line, on the move, best throw under pressure for quarterback. Just because I like, and we're going to probably get a young backup in there. We're going to look at the roster in a minute, see what we have, but I'm pretty sure we're going to draft a young back to bring them in. So we're going to go vertical power run, and we're going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers playbook. So now that we know that, let's see what's out there. So we fired Josh Martin. Of course, we have Aaron Ward. He runs a 3-4 under with Tennessee. We have New Orleans. I think New Orleans playbook is strictly 4-3. We have Las Vegas. I have to check Las Vegas to see what they have. The Raiders playbook 4-3 under. New England. I think New England run both. We have the Jets, the 3-4 under. Stephen Meyer. Jacksonville, Mark Anderson. And then we have Thomas Quinn. San Fran, I believe this is a 4-3 playbook. We have Atlanta, 3-4 standard, stack box, defensive guru. We're going to take a look at Atlanta just to be sure. Chicago is 4-3 base. Arizona, we have Green Bay. Now, we may have to get a young coordinator. Now, I know Rams, they run both. So Rams, I can run a 3-4 under, or I can run a base 4-3. And the base 4-3, we saw is 100% based off of what we do. So we're gonna go ahead and hire Elias Knight to run a base 4-3 with Arizona's playbook to come into the building. So once we get the scheme set up, we know what we're looking for. I didn't brought in the guys that I want in the building to help this team get to the next level, to try to make it to a Super Bowl. There we go. 3-3-5, 4-3-4, 4-3-4. Let's run it. So now let's take a look at the roster. So what we know for sure. We got Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is cooked at this point. I mean, he's 29 years old. He's going down. Crazy penalty. Even if we trade him, we're still going to endure that penalty. So we're going to have to figure out what to do. I'm still going to probably trade him off the team and get him out the locker room and go with a rookie quarterback and Kenny Pickett in the lineup. So we're going to see who's interested in Deshaun Watson right before free agency. But at this point, we're looking at continuing on without him. It's the new era in the Browns locker room. We have Jerome Ford, Pierre Strong, young, should be in a prime type of running backs, but we're going to look at bringing in another young rookie running back to compete in this backfield. We have Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman. Cedric Tillman, real life wise, had a great second half of the season and showed that he's a great potential. But we need to bulk up this. We might look in free agency. We really don't have any money. We might have to go on a draft here as well. David Njoku is one of the best players, if not the best player we have on offense. I also want to go get Michael Mayer from the Raiders. So I'm going to be looking at bringing that trade in to shore up my tight end room. We have DeJuan Jones, young player, to shore up that left tackle. We're going to see if he'll be able to hold it down. I doubt if we'll be able to get something in the draft where we at and what we're looking for. But the good thing is we have Joel and Tevin where we can kind of move them around if we need to. Two solid linemen. We have Ethan Poick. He's 30. We're gonna have to find another replacement eventually. Especially we could try to get him to anchor down this season, but we're gonna have to find a replacement. We have Wyatt Taylor, nice vet, superstar player. But we have Zach Center as well. It's about to be his second year going in, so we have a promising prospect as well. And then we have Jack. We're gonna have to eventually. He's here with us one more year, but we're gonna have to eventually replace him as well. So our O-line have some work to do. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Myles Garrett on the team. I think we're gonna lose Double O, and we're gonna lose Joe in free agency. I'm sure. I don't think we'll be able to sign these guys back, so we're gonna have a hole in right end. We're gonna have to fill. DT, I believe we're gonna just keep Mike Hall Jr. I think all these other guys is gonna be free agents. We won't be able to bring them back. Good thing about Mike Hall Jr. is that he's 22, and the DT class is not that bad. We can kind of bring somebody in, and then I'll probably bring in another vet to shore up that inside defensive line. We're running 3-4 anyway most of the time. And then I'm not really, I mean, if we got young players here, 25, 24, I'm not really worried about a left outside linebacker because most of the time I'm going to run sub linebackers anyway to run with Jerome Baker. And we still got a vet in Jordan Hicks. And then we got Jeremiah, we need him to take the the next step and become a superstar on this team. And we got Devin Bush to move around the linebackers as well. Pretty solid linebacker. Our DB room, I'm not really stressed about. That's the big thing. We got Denzel Ward, great corner. We have Greg Newsome and we have Martin Emerson as well. So I'm not worried with these three. And then we still also have a young Cameron Mitchell. And then for our free safeties, I think we're going to lose Ronnie to free agency. I'm not too sure. I have to double check. He may still be on a rookie contract, but if not, we'll still have Ronnie Hickman on the team. And then we'll have Grant on the team. And then I have up my eye on another strong safety if he's available in free agency, and Isaiah Thomas. All right, so now that we kind of got through the team and I talked y'all head off, let's go ahead and head to our press conference. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Okay, let's talk about it. What you need? We're gonna have to hit the draft. We're gonna have to hit the draft. Uh, Draft the difference maker in the first 3 rounds, 80. I don't think we have that in there, but I do think I can. Um, let's see if we can find a sleeper in the rounds 5th through 7th. I appreciate y'all. As you can see, my coach on some no nonsense right now. He got some things to do. All right, so now we got our staff together. We got the people we want in the building. We setting a new culture. Let's go ahead and to the Resign Players. And pretty much with the Resign Players, we got 12 million in cap, y'all. I mean, we're pretty much telling all these guys we can't bring them back. We're gonna give them the opportunity to go in free agency and see if they could find them a better deal. It's been real. We just have to work with what we got right now. So now let's head over to free agency. So now in free agency, before I do that, I wanted to call the Raiders because, like I said, I have my eye on Mayer, and I just want to see what they are willing to give up for him, or what they want us to give up for him, because they have Brock Bowers. So he's 24. I know they drafted him a year before Bowers to kind of be that playmaking tight end. And Bowers came in. So, I just kind of want to bring him in on my team and just see what they're willing, what they want for him. So they want either a young Ronnie Hickman. They want a 2027 4th-round pick, which I don't know about that. I'm definitely not giving up all those picks. Or they want a Joe and a Luke. $2027 4th-round pick is kind of crazy. And I'm not giving up this year's 5th, 6th, and 7th. We need all our picks. We need our right end. So here's the only reason why I would trade Ronnie. There's players that's like Ronnie, if Ronnie was a star player, to be different. And I know he's 23, but I can probably go in the draft and get someone that's maybe a 69, 70, 71, and can get him up to a 74 before he's 23. Or I can get a veteran player that no team will probably bid on, and he can still make the same impact Ronnie would bring, and he can be a veteran in the locker room. It's the only reason why I'm willing to do this trade. So now that that trade is done, before we head into free agency, let's see if anybody want anything for Deshaun Watson. And we got a few teams. Now, the Jets are willing to take Deshaun Watson and give us a 6th round and a running back. The New Orleans Saints, we taking this trade. I don't even have to look. I don't have to look no further. I don't have to look no further. The reason why I'm taking this trade is because we need a DT. This is a Stardale player, and Brian Brees. I think this is going to be his 2nd year. And the Saints are willing to give him up and a 7th round pick to get Deshaun Watson. I know they're desperate over there. So we're going to definitely take that. Easy work. That's easy work. So now let's hit free agency. I mean, it's not much we can get, but let's browse around and see what's out there for us. So QB, we hitting the draft. There's nothing out there anyway. And I see why the Saints wanted Deshaun Watson. Derek Carr is gone. They need someone to fill his shoes. I think Saints have a high draft pick this year. I'm surprised they won't go there, but maybe CP, Cam Ward and Shador be gone. Interesting. So I'm good here. Running back, none of these guys intrigue me. I can find it in the draft. Now, receiver, the funny thing is nobody wants to come here. I mean, a DJ Chark would come here. Would I want to bring him in as a bridge player? We have Zay Jones that's willing to come. The players that I actually would want, I would want a slot player. And that's either Deontay Johnson to bring him in or Keenan Allen. I'm going to keep my eye on them because they have 0 interest so far. But I'm going to keep my eye on them. We have Elijah Moore, too, that we can bring back in the locker room. But it's not a rush because I have the first day of free agency set up to just picking 3 people. I shored myself up at tight end. I would go for these guys, but they don't want to come here, and I'm not overpaying for them at all. It just wouldn't make sense. Not with I have 14 million in cap space. It doesn't make sense to try to bring them in. We good with left guard. I would want a center. Once again, none of these guys come here. We honestly, our signings will probably come in day 3 when we start seeing who's left and who's not getting bid on, and these guys start taking less money. Shaq Mason will come here. Just can't afford to pay him for 1 year, 11 million, because that's what he would want. See, I'm not paying him that. I need to spread that money around. Nate Davis will come at 4 million a year. I can probably bring him in to be a backup. I keep him in mind, but that's not somebody I'm looking at right now. Right tackle. Now I have Jack. Luckily I'm good at DT because I just brought in Brees. So I don't have to stress about having a good DT in the locker room. Right in. I have Joe, but this is somewhere else. I'm not trying to really rush right now. I like Jonathan Cooper being available, but he got 4 offers already, and no one wants to come to Cleveland. That's the funny thing. No one wants to come to Cleveland. We have to build this back up to a respectable program because nobody wants to come here. Cornerbacks. And then this is where I would need a free agency. So I can go and bring Jason in. His expected value is 4.63 million a year. Like I said, it's not really hard to find safeties. So let's offer him. Let's see. 26 years old, 2 million. Do I want to bring him in for 2 years? Let's see if he'll take 1 year. I don't think he got any. He don't have any other offers. And this the guy I want. This the guy I want on my team for sure. He wants 3 years. He wants 5 million for those 3 years. I would take him because I can use Isaiah Simmons everywhere. I can use him at free safety, strong safety, or I can use him as inside linebacker. He's that versatile. I want to bring him into the building. And those are only two we bidding on right now. Like I said, if something we have to just kind of see where everything else shapes up. Okay, so mock draft 5 is out, and this is pretty much set what it's gonna look like. They're gonna go Cam Ward. We're probably not going Ashton Genty. In that case, we're probably going Shador. We're probably going Shador and bringing him in. We just need to have a quarterback to build this team around. We just gonna have to go Shador and bring him in if he's a top 5 talent, which will probably leave the Giants to either go Genty or they may go Abdul Carter. It may change some things up. Travis Hunter is here where we can use him. We can use him 2 ways in the game. I can use him at cornerback, and I can use him as receiver. I can put him in the slot and have him playing cornerback if I need to. If that's the case, then Quinn will be gone. Then we'll have to be talking about, and let me show you who we would take in the second round if they're available. If Cam, Shador, and Quinn is gone, we will have to look at Dart and we'll have to look at Monroe to bring in. It's a must to bring one of those two guys in to make them the future of the team. So when it's time, I'm going to scout them extra just to be able to see what I'm gonna end up doing. All right, so like I said, no one is one. Deontay Johnson got one bid. We're not gonna try to outbid him. We just want. I'm still keeping my eye on Keenan Allen. I see he don't have not one interest, so I'm still keeping my eye on him, just in case to bring him in. Yeah, none of these other guys. I would keep my eye on David as well, just to see what I can bring him in for. Same way with it's almost no point with Andrews. He's about a 3-point difference from our starting center anyway. So probably wouldn't bring him in. These two guys are gone. Jonathan Cooper's gone. Watson is about to be gone. Yeah, this free agency is not going the way that we would want it to go. We still the only one in it for Jason, and we got Isaiah on the team. That was huge. We got Isaiah on the team. So let's go to the next stage, the final stage, and let's see. Let's see what's out there. I'm good on all these quarterbacks. I'm good on these running backs. Keenan Allen is still out there. I'm not paying you that, sir. I know you're a vet. The best I can do for you is I can give you 1.5 with a $2 million bonus and bring you in if you would take it. Nobody else is trying to give you any money. And then no one wanted David. I doubted David would take this. But we can see. But I gotta stay under the cap, David. try to offer you that. Did we get our free safety? And we did. All right. So let's go to free agency recap and see if we got our guys. Nope, we did not. They did not want to take them contracts, which is cool. I mean, I ain't mad at them. I mean, it's still there. They probably not going to take it. They're going to probably hit free agency, but that's cool. Okay. So now it's time to head in the draft. Let's just take one more look at the actual roster that we have. So right now we got Kenny Pickett. We got Jerome Ford, the starter. We got Judy and Tillman. Njoku and Mayer. Like I said, our line is kind of staying the same. Nothing upgraded there. Double O stayed. We still have them. Okay. So we have our guys on the line. Mike Hall, Brees, Brian Brees, hell of a trade for. We got Baker, Jeremiah, Denzel. Okay, so we still got our guys. We got Jason, and we brought in Isaiah Simmons to play that sub linebacker spot. So that's the team so far. So welcome to the NFL draft, y'all. I'm pretty sure Tennessee is gonna go Cam Ward. If they don't go Cam Ward, they messed up. I doubt they do something like that, but if they don't go Cam Ward, I'm doing Cam Ward over Shador. All right, just for time's sake, I'm gonna pause it. Oh, there we go. It went Cam Ward, just like I thought. So what we're gonna do is we just need to not play around. Travis Hunter, I would love to have you, but I can't play around with this. I'm going to go Shador Sanders from Colorado to the Cleveland Browns. We got him. Pinpoint accurate on intermediate throws, excel at throwing down fields, excel on quick throws. That's what we need. That's what we need. Like I said, we had to replace Deshaun Watson. That's exactly what we did. So now let's go ahead and skip up. I'm just interested in the first round a little bit. Giants got Abdul Carter. Raiders got Shamar Stewart. Patriots got Mason Graham. So who's still out there? Travis Hunter is going to go to Jacksonville. Yep. Good pick for Jacksonville. Saints. Michael Williams. Panthers. Will Johnson. They definitely need a cornerback to go with Horn. Bears. Jack Sawyer. They definitely needed someone on that defensive line. Matthew Golden for the Jets. I'm surprised he went. He was one of the first receivers to go. Jalen Walker. McMillan. That was huge for the Cowboys to go with CeeDee Lamb. Walter Nolan. It's cool because these teams are kind of drafting what they need, especially like in real life. No matter, they may not fall the same way, but this is what these teams need. Tight end Tyler Warren. This is what these teams need. That's a good pick to go on the other side of Drake London. Will Campbell, someone to protect Joe Burrow's blind side. Kelvin Banks, JT. I didn't try to pick there. But by the time it gets to pick, Steelers got Jackson Dart. They drafted him early because, like I said, I trust my scouts. But he got 8AABBB. Huh. But here the reason why I'm happy that I got Shador now, because even though he wasn't in the mock draft anywhere for round one, still picked him up. So if I didn't get Shador and Quinn and Jackson get picked up in the first round, I would have started panicking because I would have then been going into the season with Kenny Pritchard pretty much. Mike Green. Got Josh Simmons. Because these next teams, none of them need a quarterback. So Quinn could have slipped, but that was still risky. That was still way too risky. Luther. So now we need to start looking because Genty may still fall to us if none of these teams pick them. If Genty fall to us, we're taking them for sure. If Genty don't fall to us, that's a tough one. We got James Pierce. That could be there. But we'll also have to look at Nick, who we scouted. Airsay would be there. We have to take a long hard look at him. And then we have Trey Harris. That's there. This is interesting. This is interesting, y'all. So let's go ahead and skip ahead. Okay, Airsay is gone. Nick is gone. Who did they get? Who did they pick up? James Pierce. Did he fall to us? He didn't. Eagles picked him up? Wow. Wow, okay. So Colton Loveland is still there, but we just picked up Michael Mayer. Omarion Hampton is there. So what receivers is there? Trey Harris is 6'2", 205. He's probably... Well, Jalen Rose is 6 foot 206. Round 1 and 2 prospect. I don't know how, based off of what I'm looking at. I don't see nothing that jumps off the page for him to be ranked that way. Horrible release, horrible deep route, no spectacular catch. I don't like that. Trey Harris on the other end is decent speed. He's not the fastest person in the world, but like I said, I need someone to run slot. Be catching traffic, be catching. Medium route is horrible. He could be good in deep route, break tackle, spectacular catch. Just drafting him this high in the second round, that's just risky. That's just risky. Now, all these running backs is here, but Omarion Hampton, look at this guy. He's fat for a power back. He's fast. He runs a 4.3. A ball carrying vision, A break tackle, A carrying. He can get hurt, but truck and stiff form, all of these things is there if we want to bet on him. We would have to, man. I mean, the only other thing here is Colston, which Colston looks like a monster. Let's go Omarion Hampton, North Carolina. Let's do it. Let's do it. A plus. A plus. We got our offense, y'all. We got our offense. So we pick again, round 3, second pick. So we can go ahead and speed it up to the next user pick. Colson is still there. Colson is still there. Trey Harris is still there. Based off of what I'm looking at, we're gonna probably have to run a lot of tight end packages because our tight end is our strength. Like I said, Trey Harris is still there, but Colson round 3, I mean, he's just a talent, man. Milroe is still there too, but I just couldn't bank my team off of that. You just have to. You have to. You have to. We're gonna make it all work. B plus. You have to. For him to still be sitting there. So we draft again, pick 30. And let's see what's there. Monroe is still there. Harris is still there. Now, if you notice, I've been picking nothing but offensive players so far. But I don't know if the league is going defense right now, but these players is there. C. All right, so now we are in the 5th round. Now we got to start making some picks count. So Monroe is still there. Isaiah Bond, Dorian Strong, 6'1", 185 zone cornerback. Denzel Burke from Ohio State is still there. Robert is there. Kyle Williams from Washington State. I'm gonna take a peek at him. If he ends up still being there. Let's look at Denzel Burke. Denzel Burke, not that fast. B block shredding, B catching. C press. Zone is all right. Man is all right. Yeah. Let's look at Dorian Strong. Dorian Strong. He stays on the field. Coverage is okay. Tackling is okay. I mean, you're going to get what you're going to get in this round. Um, let's see. We got Higgins, Charles Grant, Kyle Williams. Like I said, let's look at him. I gotta if I trust my draft team, my scouts, catching traffic. A deep route is great. A run block. B medium route. B catching. I'll take him. He's a C. Let's skip ahead to next user pick. All right. So we got enough receivers. Got Marcus Harris. Let's take a look at Jake Majors. I mean, he's great when it comes to his college pro day. B awareness, he stays on the field. D blocking, pass blocking sucks. Run blocking is decent. Keep my eye on him for sure. I don't think nobody else kind of jumps off the page, honestly. Frazier, he's a power. The B, A. Stamina sucks. Got Joshua Gray, Ty Hamilton. Wasn't that good? Ollie Gardner's there, but we got our guy. Let's just take a look quick peek at Jalen Rivers. A impact blocking, B passing. He can pass block. He can't run block, but he can pass block for sure. Let's bring him in. Bad pick. We feel pretty much what we needed to feel for the most part. I know the media is gonna happen because between 5 and 7, we didn't find no 75 overall. I mean, the closest we did was we got Omarion Hampton, huge pickup. Shador is gonna be the future of the team. I couldn't pass up on Colston. I mean, he was just sitting there for 2 rounds. We did get Trey Harris, pretty tall. We got also in the 4th round, right after that, we got Kyle Williams to come into the locker room, and then the rest is just kind of filler guys, position filler guys that we're gonna bring in. So now, before we start preseason, here's the official look of the team. We got Shador rocking number 2 to be the quarterback of the team. We got Omarion Hampton. He's going to be the starter with Ford being a 3rd down back. Great pickup to take over for Nick Chubb to bring him on the team. And then we also have our receiver room is going to be Jerry Jeudy, Trey Harris, Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman. We got some young guys in this receiver room. I'm still gonna look if Keenan Allen is somehow there in preseason. We will pick him up just to bring a veteran in this locker room. DeAndre Carter cannot be the veteran in my locker room. We're gonna need a different guy in here, so we're gonna be taking a look at that. If you don't see what I see, Deontay Thornton is 6'5" with a speed of 97. This man will be on the field. Deontay Thornton is 6'5" with a 97 speed. We talking about a possible DK Metcalf type of player, and he's on the team. Great pickup for us. I love my tight end room. Love my tight end room. This is what we rolling with. Great group of guys. Um, our line is gonna be our weakest point, honestly. Our line is gonna be the weakest thing that we have, but that's okay. We're gonna have to get the ball out quick. Miles Garrett um, is gonna be the strength of the D line. I love my D tackles. This is what we're rolling with. Buchanan. Um, I think it was a pretty decent pick at where we got him um, to get him up in there. Jeremiah. I mean, this is what we have. We're gonna have to roll with it. Get these guys developed, go into training camp. So that's what we're rolling with. Now we got the off season's over with. We have to officially take over as the Browns as the head coach. The team don't look pretty. The draft picks don't look pretty. It doesn't scream like we about to make a big impact in the season. But I got faith in this team. So we're gonna see next episode. We're gonna start the training camp, go through preseason, and play the first couple of games. And I'll explain how they go. Until then, thank you for joining Rich Chill and Play. Until then, next time, salute.